Oh my god, my tea's so hot. Oh, ow. Wow, okay. Right, let's go. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam Scott-Thorne and I am a vocal coach based in Glasgow. Now, if you'd like to meet and explore your voice a little more, you can find me on sstvocals.com. You can also find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and Patreon, and I'll put the handles down below and over there. Over there. I think I give someone a fright outside. Sorry. Awkward. So if you'd like to consider becoming a patron, you have access to things like early release of reactions. You can become a reaction, fast track them. There's going to be educational patron exclusive videos. So consider becoming a patron and help shape my channel. So the other day I did an Instagram Ask Me Anything type thing. And one of the questions was what I thought about Kaizers Orchestra and alternative bands like them. Now, I've never heard of Kaizers Orchestra, so that's what I replied. And my mentions in my Instagram just blew up. I started getting loads of private messages being like, you need to watch these guys. So I actually went onto my Discord server where people can drop links to videos for me to watch. And I found that there is actually Kaizers Orchestra in there already. So we're just going to go ahead and listen to one of the tracks. Now it's a song called Kontroll by Kontinentet. So we're just going to go and listen to that. I have no idea what they're like, apart from that they're maybe an alternate rock band. So let's go. So this is a popular tune now. That like circus music. I'm turning this up. Okay, so I just need a second to collect myself. I don't know what I was expecting, but this was not it. The hell was that noise? Anyway, there's like a real Circus of Horrors type sound to this. The kind of jangly keys and drums, and is there like a squeeze box in there? I have no idea. But anyway, I'm kind of taken by the feel of the music first and foremost. Getting along to the singer, he has got a really kind of raspy voice. It's got this constant kind of grit that goes through it. Sounds like almost like he's shouting, and a rappy kind of sound as well. It's very syncopated. Loving it. Very, very good so far. The crowd are loving this. Wow. So he's actually doing quite a lot of movement vocal wise. He's getting up into his head voice very like quickly and whipping up into these weird places to give, it's almost like an unstable kind of sound that wants to sound erratic. That's the word I'm looking for. He's wanting to make this sound erratic and you kind of don't know where you're going, but God, we're all strapped in and ready. He totally commands the crowd. I mean, he told them all to shush, and they did. When he wants them to go, they really go for it. They must be super popular. I'm not surprised that someone assumed I would know who these guys are, because they definitely have a following. That's twisted on its axis already. Not already. Again. So he's tuning his guitar like down and out of tune, making that kind of slacken off. In ways, that kind of is how vocal folds work. The tighter they go, the higher that sound gets, and the slacker they get, the lower and more unsteady that sound becomes. So there's a little tie-in of how instruments and singing kind of mirror each other in the way that sound is produced. That is so cool.
Okay, people, I'd like to introduce the band for you now, okay? Okay? Say yeah! Say hell yeah! Or say hallelujah! On the pump organ, all the way from Transylvania, the one and only Mr. 250%!
Is his name actually 250%? Is that, am I picking this up totally wrong? Either way, loving it. I don't know how he sees his keys so well through the gas mask, but there you go. When he was starting to go say hell yeah and getting call and response from the audience, he's actually like, I would say like belting. So it's when your cricoid cartilage moves so that your cricothyroid space, which is the space between your thyroid cartilage and your cricoid, opens up, allowing a bigger push and burst of air. The fact that he can do it on such a rasp is really impressive. It just gives it this like roaring kind of sound. Very, very good.
Mr. Helge Kaiser! En tamburin och på ett stort rött askebägare. Mr. Rune Mink. På kontrabass idag. Aus Wunderkammer. Chloroform and the big G upstairs.
I have no idea what he's saying, but I'm loving it.
Mr. Eivind Thunder.
listen to the way that they're taking instruments and playing them in a completely left of field way. Like the drums sound like pots and pans. He's literally like smashing that cello or double bass, whichever one it is, I can't tell by the size. And playing it almost like dirty, like out of tune, but it doesn't matter because everything else is coming up with that same kind of sound and that same kind of intent. So it just gives this like welcome to the insane asylum kind of feel. Like it's definitely going in its own direction, and you can choose to go along with it or not. No, actually, there's no choice not to. You're going.
Always playing on the Firebird original. He used to tour a lot in Eastern Europe with Johnny and the sexual problems. So the few horses got a decent prize, and his name is Mr. Tire Killmaster Pearl, also known as Mr. Long Island Ice Tea, Mr. Tire Killmaster Springboard.
Wow.
Second guitar, and I can tell you people two things about the man on the second guitar. Two very simple things, alright? And when I'm
tell
telling you
me.
the two things, you will feel that you know this guy just a little bit better, alright? Just a little bit. Here it goes. Number one. The devil built this guitar for him. But the Lord made him this suit. He made him look good in white. He made him look good in black. He made him look good in red. He made him look good. What a Lord can make you.
He forgot he's supposed to have his microphone up if you're wanting to hear what he's saying. One thing I will say, when he kind of shouted up into his top range and it had that rattle to it, I think that's him using his arytenoids, however you want to say it. And it gives that kind of rattle. Your arytenoids basically control the opening and closing of your folds. So if you rattle them like that, then it makes this really weird texture. And he did that, but then like scooped up his range. All of this sounds chaotic, and there's like almost no rhyme or reason to the way that he sings or screams or shouts, but there's definitely like loads of vocal technique going on. He wouldn't be able to do this over and over and over again without losing his voice constantly if he wasn't finding a way to place all these sounds.
Feel good in any color. Ain't that right? Say yeah. Say what? And his name is Mr. Gary Hellreiter. Give me the number there. Give me the others there. Kaiser!
See between his legs. Yeah. I'm just like stunned by the way this guy uses his voice. It's so punchy and forward, and like everything sounds like a hit. Like he's definitely in my eyes belting. it's quite low belting, but the larynx is sitting in a high place to make these really, really pushed sounds. You can hear he's blending it in with a bit more of a singing style at certain little points. There's also points I've heard him pop into a tiny bit of head voice or falsetto. It's mad. I feel like it's very hard to like pin down my feelings, but entertainment is probably the biggest one. This is just hugely entertaining. So let's just keep going. That's actually a complicated sound.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Wow, okay. So that was Kaizers Orchestra doing Kontroll pa Kontinentet. And that was live at Vega, in case anyone wants to know, but I'll link it down below. Just wild. Kind of almost primal. They're just viscerally enjoying themselves, and you have no choice but to kind of get taken along. It was definitely like a kind of a carnival, freak show, horror kind of vibe that I was getting from them. I don't know any of their other stuff, so that could just be like one example, and everything else is totally different. But that was intense and hugely entertaining. You can tell that they put a ton of effort into their shows, because he was wringing wet with sweat by the end of that, probably before he started doing that too. So they obviously just go like hammer and tongs at it, like the whole show. It must be an absolute experience. I would love to see them live. Love it. So I hope you liked that reaction. If you did, please give it a like and a thumbs up down below. And if you want to see more from me, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and anytime I have new content, you will be the first to know. So I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me. And how the hell are we going to buy this? How? So I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me. And if you want to subscribe, then on you go! Might have not been right, but anyway, bye!